Let's check on Mama. Let's see how she's doing. Well, I don't know if she's Mama yet, I guess. Hopefully soon to be Mama. Hi there. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Hi. Yeah, how we doing? It's okay. It's okay. Anything? Do we have anything? Okay, it's okay. No, just eggs.
Chickens, you ready?
You're doing a good job, Mama. Let's hope that these are fertile. Thank you for not being so obnoxious this time. Hello, everybody. I was checking on hopefully soon to be Mama.
So
Well, all I was doing is I was just checking on.
Baby.
I was checking to see if the eggs happen to do anything in the where the goose, where the single goose is.
The broody hen.
The broody one, yeah.
Yep.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all I was doing.
Okay.
Yep. So it's been kind of a gloomy, rainy, nasty day.
Yeah.
The rain's good, but not for doing work. And so it was a inside work day for both of us, mostly.
Yep. I worked my day job and then set eggs for the next batch. Mm-hmm. That's what I did today.
Mm-hmm. I bought a bucket.
Ooh.
Ooh, I bought a bucket.
Good, because we have a lot of people going, when are you going to talk about the tractor?
Yeah.
And show the tractor?
I know, I will, eventually. It's a process. Tomorrow I have an appointment with the truck to get the steering looked at because it has that weird rattle when we go for bumps. I had a whole list of things to do today, and most of them I'm waiting like on phone calls back. So
Yeah.
just kind of one of those inside work days, trying to get stuff done. And now we're outside trying to enjoy this break in the rain.
Yeah, it was very heavy rain all day today. Very heavy. Like all of the coops have standing water again. And even despite the fact that we have deep bedding like this, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
so,
now that the bucket's coming, we can take and scoop all the stuff out and put new stuff in.
So excited because that should be good. It should be composted down and make good soil. So want to use that for the gardens and get that over to the right area. So very excited for buckets.
Buckets will be good.
Which means I can hopefully order my shed, my chicken shed, because we'll be able to do some grading hopefully over there a little bit. Yep.
I'm just thinking like, you may have to do that because...
I'm going to do that.
Oh, perfect.
I planned on it.
Perfect, there we go, awesome.
I wasn't even going to ask for your assistance unless
good.
I get stuck on something or I need a second set of eyes or something somewhere. But yeah, I figured the chickens are my project, so I was going to
Sweet.
keep
Well,
pushing forward with
there you go.
the
Good.
shed and all that.
Hey, Kinsley, come on. Let's stop doing whatever you're doing over there.
Well, she likes feeding.
I know she likes...
She likes all the extra goodies that she's not supposed to have.
I know she does. I was kind of thinking I wanted to walk and see the rest of the cleared fence from the top of the hill over there down to the creek, but I don't think I want to do that today.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I know, not today.
Yeah, it'd be way too slippy.
Yeah, and then we'll get like halfway there and a big rainstorm will happen. And
I'm like, my energy's not, I don't think I could make it all the way up that hill.
no.
I feel a lot better, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying getting out and stretching my legs and like the idea of having an office work day sounds great. And then I get like a couple hours into it, I'm like, oh, this is awful.
I want to go back and work on the house Yeah. It's definitely, I feel you, because I have many office work days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to go outside.
Yeah, and then I'm in the middle of doing like an actual project, like working on the house. I'm like, oh, I just want an off day. And the off day lasts for like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't idle well.
No, I really don't.
He's very much a go, go, go.
Yeah, but my go, go, go is, like I said, gone up and went. I just don't have very much go, go, go anymore. So it is what it is. So anyway, I don't know. I don't really got much today. It's kind of one of those Some days aren't exciting and some days are.
We have exciting days.
I think you do. Did you put your bug spray on?
I did.
Man, life.
That's why
I keep forgetting to go back and look at comments and try to find the netting.
Oh,
I'll add that to my to-do list for today.
Yeah, since you're having an office day, you might as well.
I know.
Yeah, I remembered some of them and I told him some, but there was quite a few comments and I don't remember all the specifics, but basically beekeeping was the most highly recommended.
Interesting.
Like a beekeeping net head thing. That was the most highly recommended, and that might be good because we plan on getting bees at some point, so it could be a dual purpose. As long as you don't leave it sitting on your lawnmower or somewhere and the dogs eat it.
Yeah, exactly. All of the Kraemer Life videos, I'm just wearing a bee suit. And people are like, this guy's nuts. He's crazy.
He just really doesn't like bugs. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. What else was there?
I mean, it's only been a day since, and we did a pretty detailed update yesterday,
I
so
know.
it's not a lot has changed, especially since it was raining and it was a work day for me.
Yeah.
So, not a whole lot. Have to figure out, I think, chicken-wise next, how, if we're gonna move these. So one of the things, I guess, we talked about a couple of videos ago wanting to put all of our chicken operations in one spot. And so we talked about moving all of these Vever coops. They're 19 feet by 9 feet.
The metal ones.
The metal ones.
3 metal ones, yeah.
And so moving those, the runs are super easy because those are just held in by little small T-posts.
Yeah.
So super easy to move the runs, but the actual coop itself, they're not heavy duty by any stretch of the imagination.
Ladies,
We're not even close.
we're trying to talk.
We're not even close. And so I love the chickens up on the, they're like, we're over you.
So they're like, so you want to be free rangers? Not on our watch. We'll keep you in.
Yep. So these 3 Australorps, really quick since we're here, they were all broody. They had a bunch of eggs they were sitting on. These are the ones that I mentioned that I moved. And for whatever reason, they had been sitting for over a week and a half. And when we moved them, they all stopped sitting.
Yeah.
Like
really
immediately.
unfortunate,
And so we were hoping at least one of them would go back and be broody, but none of them were. And I had too many Australorps up there anyway. I had 11 with the male, and it was just too much for him. And so we're just gonna keep them down here, let them for a week or so acclimate. As you can see, we're moving it. So we'll move it daily or every other day, depending on how much they go to the bathroom and tear it up.
I had stopped. I hadn't moved it for a while because they had all their eggs in there.
Yep.
And I didn't want to disturb them, but now that they're not sitting on them, I can just move them more often.
So we'll be able to do that, and then we'll open it up and we'll integrate them and we'll put them in with the other free range flock. But anyway, back to these guys, the Vever coops. So we really like these coops and they've done really well for us. And right now you can see, here's the meat birds that we mentioned, the big girls that were over 10 pounds. They're just solid.
Yeah,
there's no feather fluff. That's just a solid bird.
Yeah.
And so they're looking pretty rough, so we're giving them a rooster break. So they have a nice little doghouse and a run for themselves. But these coops, we're talking about moving potentially up to the pond area with the rest of the coops up there. And what I would like to do is figure out a way to separate these and make 2 coops each out of them. If there's a way that we can figure this out where it would be a tarp on either side, a door on either side, and somehow in the middle, I don't know, I'll have to think through and see if we can do it or how we can do it, or maybe it's reassembling them a little bit differently so that it's more usable. Because like right now, having 6 birds in one of these is kind of a waste of space because we were using them as grow outs. And so it's either figuring out how we can use these as multiple stage grow outs to keep the different varieties separated, or how we're going to do it. So I have some thinking. I have to just think through like what we have and what I'm going to continue to breed and sell, and at what stages, and see how I want to repurpose these. But for right now, we'll just plan on moving them up, and we'll have to decide what we're going to do with this free range group, because this free range group has always been down here. And so I don't necessarily want to move them up on the hill.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
determining, do they still get to keep one of these? Or do we build them something a little smaller, because they're free range all day long.
Yeah,
they don't need this huge coop.
Right.
Because they don't use it, except for they go and lay eggs and they sleep in it. Outside of that,
Yep.
they're even pouring rain, they're outside.
Right.
So that's one thing that'll be probably
Yeah.
semi-near term.
I would like to keep them down here because
the bugs, yeah.
and tick control and stuff. It's been helpful.
Yeah, and I talked about too, removing the rooster from this group, and this would be our main laying flock for eggs, and they wouldn't be fertilized. They'd just be. They're so loud. Salmon favreals are very chatty birds. For all of you that have never had a favreal, but it wouldn't have a rooster. It'd just be for eggs, for selling, for consumption, and so looking at that too, but. And then figuring out a better way to do all of our small little AV2ns. They come in handy,
Yes.
and we really do use them a lot. It's just where do we want to, how do we want to put them and set them up? Because it looks so cluttered here. Even there is a method to the madness. It looks really scattered, but really they're all housing birds, or
Yep.
or our food is right here, just to make it easier. Eventually we'll either build a small little shack, or if we can find a cheap shed. That's what our goal is to have a
feed shack.
a little feed shack, in all of the areas that we have animals. And then we have to decide if we want to move these girls up on the hill too, because again, there's no rooster with them, and Olivia shouldn't be with them, but she, for whatever reason, enjoys their company.
She enjoys laying an egg in here every morning.
And now they're not going to be fertilized anymore because
Right.
she's not with the rooster.
Yep.
But we still got Broody.
She's still broody.
She's still in there.
Yeah. We're talking about you, girl.
Yep. Honey. Why?
I wanted to see if she would, and she did. For a little thing, she sure is feisty.
She is feisty. They're only one pound a piece, and they're full grown.
They're so tiny.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
So we probably don't want to move them on the hill.
Yeah.
We like having them have some, or it would be doing some type of line over their enclosure like we did there, just to keep aerial predators away. Hi, pretty girl. Are you on top of all the babies? So, yeah. And this little one here, the little black one in there's only one black one. It is one of their babies, one of the little tiny ones' babies. So I'm curious to see how big it gets.
It'll be interesting.
It's mixed with a black Australorp, which is a very large dual-purpose bird. So, but it's way smaller than.
Yeah,
it's
it
the
was-
exact same age.
It was keeping up for a while, and now it's getting
Dwarfed.
dwarfed. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a hen or a roux yet.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a hen,
Yeah.
but that'd be great, because then I'd just put her
with this.
with those, and then there'd be 5 of them. And I don't know if we'll ever breed those. They're just little bantam cochins. They're hilarious.
They were, whoops, they're house small? Order. Didn't quite realize that they were so
I
small.
thought they were regular size cochins,
with just
or
funny feathers.
yeah, just with unique feathers. And so I was like, oh sure, I'll give them a try. That's kind of fun. And I was gonna breed them with my silver laced cochin male, thinking, oh, I could get some really pretty pied varieties. And then all of the babies started growing, and these ones are like not getting any bigger, and the other ones are 3 times the size. And then I went back through and I read my notes, and I was like, wait, full grown is 1.5 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. So that's why they're special. But they are very good layers. They lay very consistently. And the eggs are, they're not bad size for how little they are.
They're like little appetizer eggs.
Or for people who don't like a lot of white,
Oh, is it mostly yolk?
it's mostly yolk, yeah.
Oh, funny.
So it's a good egg.
How funny.
Hi, Levi. All right.
Oh my goodness. Did we see how dirty Winston was today?
Is he filthy?
He's not as bad as he was before we took a little walk. But yeah, he's filthy. The only clean part on him is right at the tip of his nose, his lips. Because he keeps licking his lips, but lips are all white. But the rest of him is very...
He's a dirty boy.
Yeah.
You look very brownish, yellowy.
He loves the rain.
He does. They both do, but he really, really loves the rain.
He doesn't mind getting wet at all.
I came out last night and it's raining, and he's just laying right outside, just like sprawled out, just so happy.
Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, my apologies, but I don't want to pet you because you're just so bad. You're just so bad. They were having fun barking at the, twice a year, the city comes in or the county comes in and they mow the sides of the road to keep the vegetation down, and that was today. And they were having tons of fun just barking their fool heads off for most of the morning, because it takes them a while to go up and down. And I swear I saw the operator of the tractor kind of look at this place like, this looks different.
Like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's like, wait, have I never noticed this house before? It's so clean.
I can actually see past the forest.
Yeah, I keep hearing it hitting some of the stumps, some of the roots. So maybe, oh, thank you. So maybe now that some of those are knocked down, so it'll be easier for us to mow at the edge there.
That'd be great. Hi, bud.
Hi, boys. They're excited. They're like, Mama and Dad's out. So one of the things that we haven't told you yet, it's kind of cool. I had talked about building a doghouse for Levi and Winston. Now I have to mention this. This is a little of a complicated story. So when Winston was a wee little pup, not nearly as big as he is here, I don't remember the lady's name, the one that got the two igloos. I wish I remember her name, but one of our viewers was very sweet and got us a dog igloo for Winston. Well, long story short, it turned out it was too small, and we tried to return it. She actually bought us a bigger one, and we tried and we tried and we tried, and Winston just didn't want to use it. So we use that thing. We still use it.
We use it constantly.
It's very helpful. In fact, right now, like the chickens use it to sleep in, or they lay in, or whatever.
We have one where the meat birds are, and they're using it as their home, and then we have the other one where the geese are sleeping in it. Sometimes when the weather's kind of weird and they don't want to be outside, so they're using it as well. So
they are very, very useful. So, thank you. But I still wanted to build a doghouse because Levi here doesn't really have a place to go when there's really bad weather or rainstorms. Winston ends up sleeping underneath the RV, and Levi has found places in the tree lines to lay. But I wanted to get them both a place of their own. And so I mentioned to our neighbor that I was going to build a doghouse. Well, then the word passed along to the next neighbor, and all of a sudden we get this text saying, hey, your doghouse is ready.
And we're like, what?
I'm like, what? So what had happened was our neighbor, they're having some construction done at their house, and they had a bunch of pallets, and so he made a doghouse made almost of just completely pallets, minus a couple, pieces and stuff. But it was super sweet of him. Now we do have to make this door a little bit taller. He didn't measure our dogs. He just kind of went off what he thought the size was. The dogs can fit in there. It's a nice size in here, but they just need a bigger door. And so now all I need to do is cut this door bigger, and then I'm going to insulate inside, so that way during hot weather they can stay a little cooler, because it'll be in shaded areas, and I probably will put an AC unit in it. The dogs have to be comfortable.
Oh my goodness.
I thought that was really neat. Like, that was a huge
super
surprise.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's like, hey, your doghouse is ready. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Nate told me, and I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't build a doghouse.
Nope. Nope. We had no idea. We just casually mentioned it to a neighbor, and they passed it on to another neighbor. We're all friends, and So,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool. It's a neat little doghouse.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, pretty cool little
So now
thing.
it's just getting him used to it.
Yep.
And, you know, they're very curious about it, but you can see from the height wise, just because of the
Oh, the
step
good
up.
boy.
But just need to make the door just a smidge bigger.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger. What about you, Levi?
Are you in? He's like, nope. He's a lot more cautious. It takes him a lot longer. So we put
Levi.
it strategically in the area where they like to lay. Hi, buddy.
What do you think, buddy? What do you guys think? Are we gonna check this thing out? What do you think, Levi? No. No. it'll
It's going to take a little bit.
Take a little bit of.
It's new smells. It's, you know, but it's in the area that they like to lay. And so we thought it'd be good here. At least getting them used to it in their comfortable spot.
Yep.
And then the other thing is Levi gets scared, like when gunshots and things like that, he's still very nervous when that happens and he doesn't really have anywhere safe to go. So we're hoping that we can create this as his safe space. So he's very comfortable in here. It's awesome.
Yep.
See, look, we made a lot happen out of nothing.
Story of our lives. All right, so speaking of a whole lot of nothing, we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
What do you think, Levi? Are we going to get you used to that thing? Okay.
Hi,
Sure.
buddy.
Go to Mama. That's fine.
Well, you know, why wouldn't you go to Mama? Why wouldn't you go to Mama? She's the best.